Welcome to Money Patterns Decoded. Money is never just about money. It is a pattern. Today we expose one of those hidden patterns, see exactly how it controls your finances, and discover the precise shift that can set you free. Let's begin. A quick observation. Most money loss doesn't arrive as a catastrophe. It arrives as 1,000 tiny hesitations. I once watched a friend pick up a coffee and leave the $20 in the cup holder without saying anything. They'd convinced themselves the barista wouldn't notice, or that it didn't matter. That single missed ask, repeated often, became a pattern of permission denied, and over months it showed up as a steady drain in their accounts. Small friction, big effect. Name and promise. I call this the micro-threshold pattern. It's the repeated habit of stopping, deferring, or discounting, because a subtle internal friction makes small financial steps feel unsafe. In the next 7 minutes, I'll show you the psychological mechanics, the esoteric structure beneath it, and one 90-second daily practice, the threshold reset, that reseals the leak and returns momentum to your finances. One shift changes your financial destiny. Section 1, The Psychology Exposed. Listen. Avoidance and decision fatigue are not moral failures. They're nervous system shortcuts. When a price, a request, or a receipt requires a micro-decision, your system asks, is this safe? If the answer is even slightly ambiguous, you pause, you defer, you discount. Over time, those pauses ossify into a reflex. Don't ask, don't claim, don't secure the small wins. Here's the compound math. If you say no to 7 micro-opportunities in a week, a tip, an upsell, a quick price correction, a timely invoice follow-up, that's hundreds of dollars and lost momentum over months. The brain rewards safety, the pattern rewards caution. Scarcity is not only about lacking money, it's about a nervous system that trained itself to avoid tiny risks. That's the psychological lock. Now the esoteric mechanism, what I mean by energetic boundary geometry. Imagine your financial life as a network of nodes and edges, like a sacred geometry grid. Each small decision point is a node. The edge is the threshold between taking and not taking action. If those edges are sharp, rigid, and hyperprotective, resonance collapses. Energy that could flow through the nodes finds gaps and leaks away. In simpler terms, thresholds have a shape. When your inner boundary around money is tight and jagged, opportunities hit it and disperse as friction. When it's smooth and intentionally permeable, flow passes with ease. This is not woo for whimsy. It's a model to explain why similar choices produce wildly different outcomes depending on your internal boundary architecture. The pattern is the prison. Reframe with a metaphor. Picture a fine mesh sieve. If the holes are tiny, water drips slowly but relentlessly. You can't watch a single drop and declare loss dramatic, but over time the bucket beneath never fills. Money thresholds operate like that sieve. The smallest holes, the micro-refusals, determine whether your wealth accumulates or trickles away. The fix is not brute force. It is a selective narrowing and sealing of those micro-holes. Section 3, The Practical Lever, the 90-second threshold reset. This is a daily micro-ritual you can do each morning to recalibrate your nervous system, your permission to receive, and your pricing and receipt habits. It takes 90 seconds. It's repeatable, and you can measure it. Step 1, posture and breath, 15 seconds. Sit tall, feet grounded. Inhale 2 full counts. Exhale 3. Say to yourself, I am open to correct-sized abundance. Pause 1 breath. Step 2. Boundary visual. 30 seconds. Imagine a circular edge around your money decisions. Not a wall, more like a door with a calibrated hinge. Visualize it smooth, opening only to aligned offers. Say, my threshold's open for aligned flow and close to leaks. Pause. Step 3. Microclaim script. 45 seconds. Speak 3 simple lines aloud or in your head with intent and ownership. 1. I charge what I'm worth for what I deliver. 2. I ask, I follow up, I secure my small wins. 3. I accept the right-sized gifts that move my system forward. Each line delivered with a steady breath, finished. That's the threshold reset. 90 seconds. Do it daily. Practice walkthrough. Now, let's do a brief guided pass you can use anytime you face a micro threshold. Ready? Breathe in, 2 counts. Out, 3. This small step is safe. I accept it. Repeat quietly. I secure the $20. I request the receipt. I send the invoice. Say it with clarity. Not needy, not aggressive. Clear and aligned. If your pricing, say, my price reflects value and invites the right client. If you receive a gift or tip, quietly say, thank you, I accept this. The language trains permission. The repetition rewires the reflex. Benefits and proof. Do this for 1 week as an experiment. Track every micro decision you change. Even small wins like a corrected charge, a asked for tip, 1 invoice follow-up. Count them. You'll be surprised how frequently your nervous system says no by default. As you accumulate wins, you'll notice clearer boundaries, steadier cash flow, and a different relationship to pricing. The mesh closes, the bucket begins to fill. Awareness first, action second. CTA. If this resonated, there's a full chapter on thresholds in my library. Detailed rituals, journaling prompts, and companion exercises designed to recalibrate your monetary boundary geometry. Explore the threshold chapter and the daily practices at Desmarques.com. Start with the 7-day micro experiment and log your wins. 1 simple ritual changes the trajectory of a life. Money is a pattern. Awareness is the key. That is the money pattern. That is the mechanism. And that is your shift today. If you're ready to decode the full architecture of your financial life, explore my complete library at Desmarques.com.